Let's talk Patriots football. Let's talk Giants and Patriots football. Let's talk when they played in the Super Bowl. Remember the Tyree catch on the helmet? I know they'll probably show that in the uh, preview or sometime during the game. Especially, I don't know if there's a Manning cast tomorrow. I imagine with the Giants and the Patriots, I didn't check, but I imagine there'll be a Manning cast, and we'll probably hear all about uh, that play and that game with the Giants and the Patriots Super Bowl. But here, no Super Bowl between these two teams this year. You got the Patriots coming in here 10-2 this season. The Giants reverse it to 2-10 here, but they get Jackson Dart back. I know that's a positive. I understand that for the Giants, but Jackson Dart still's got a lot to learn in this league. I mean, the one reason he's was missing time is because we said the quarterbacks, you got to pick your spots, you got to slide in there. You can't. Any quarterbacks might be a little better if they could take total risks, right, and not worry about their health. But that's not how it works in this league. Every move has to be calculated, or you're going to be knocked out for a few weeks, even if you're good. We know that they fired their coach a few weeks ago. You got the offensive coordinator Kafka who took over there. So Dart back in here, that's fine. I mean, I imagine that if we really looked at it on the surface, you'd probably want to have Jameis in there. I get that, but the Giants kind of got to look to the future here too. So you might as well get Dart back in there and have him. Maybe he is even a little bit better than Jameis sometimes, but Jameis did some special things there for a game or two, one game anyway. And of course Drake May and Drake May, if you know, you know, and probably in a pretty good position, I think, in this game. I want to give the Giants some kind of chance here, but honestly, it doesn't look like a great matchup at all for these guys, quite frankly. And it looks like a tremendous matchup for the running game of the Patriots, also for Drake May, probably Stephon Diggs. We'll see if they can carry it all the way through with Booty and with Douglas and Hollins and Hunter Henry. I mean, imagine this veteran Hunter Henry, who over his career he's been one of the best year in and year out. He's had good seasons, strong seasons. I mean, this guy actually, if you look at his career body of work, I mean, he's had an incredible career. It almost felt like his career was kind of, I don't want to say over, but all of a sudden he's back into like elite status here that last game, right? With the 7 receptions. He really went off last week and looked like uh, an all pro again, but maybe a little bit in check here against a Giants team that does okay against tight ends. In fact, I probably prefer Theo Johnson actually for the Giants as the better tight end of this game. But, the Patriots have that, in my opinion, number one run defense, and it's going to be tough for Tyrone Tracy. I mean, the Giants might as well just go to the air anyways. They're going to be trailing in this game probably the whole way. 7 points. Look, it may even be a little bit inflated, if you know what I mean, but the hook's not there. It's still a 7, and I would imagine that this Patriots, it's probably too easy for just some handicapper, wannabe handicapper like me to come on there and say, the Patriots are going to crush them, but I think the Patriots are going to crush them here. I mean, the Patriots are still battling for the top spot. I mean, that's got to be motivation enough right now to be trailing here once again against the Broncos. I think they actually fell behind them there. I don't know if it's a tiebreaker or what. They both are 10-2, and the Patriots have a game up on them here right now this week, but I think for the time being, the Broncos are actually ahead of them in the standings, and the Patriots. You want to have that home field advantage, especially against this Denver team and that defense. I know there was some weak spots for that Denver defense on the game against Washington, but there really aren't many. I mean, Benito make that play there at the end of the game. I mean, you already know he's probably my favorite defensive player here. It feels like right now, but let's see what if you guys want to comment on it and make a play in this game. The Giants have lost 6 straight. They are 3-3 against the spread in those games. So maybe Dart can lead them to a cover here. I just don't think so. There's some 7.5s out there too as well right now. Let me take a look and see if we can identify those. Yeah, DK is up to 7.5 at even. You got to juice it up with the Giants there a little bit, but the send out was 3 in this game. It was never going to be 3. So, anybody who's talking about, hey, this opened 3 and went to 7, I mean, most of the books when they went to market were 7s all the way here. So, uh, let's see how, if you guys want to comment, go ahead. The Giants here, let's see if we can dial up some decent numbers and try to give them a little uh, something to cheer for here. 11-6, last 17 in interconference games. Giants have gone uh, over the total in 6 of their last 7 games coming into this one. The Patriots, meanwhile, just 9 straight wins, going 7-2 against the spread here. Patriots are 4-9 in last 13 against NFC competition. So, well, but that, and then again, that was the last several years where they were going downhill, if you know what I mean. Now they're back up at the top of the hill, on the top of the heap here. Pretty much, Patriots have held 5 of their last 7 opponents to under 300 yards coming in. So, look, I think it all lines up for the Patriots here. Honestly, now the underdog has covered 6 of the last 7 in this series. It doesn't mean it was always the Patriots for at least 2 or 3 of the matchups here. Since the Patriots have been, it's been, it was a few years. The Patriots were actually bad for several years, right? We take it for granted that maybe that they uh, were able to get to a few Super Bowls there at the end, and it was a great run. But all of a sudden, man, wouldn't it be amazing if Vrabel could do this right now with this Patriots team? They look all of that. They look all that here right now. Denver, I don't know if they look all that. I think the Patriots offense right now maybe a little better than Denver for sure. We'll see. Ramondre Stevenson, I guess he's going to be back here tomorrow, but the way Henderson is running right now, you got to expect Henderson to at least get, I don't know, 60, 70% of the reps over Ramondre Stevenson here in this one. Stephon Diggs, I do like the matchup for him. I don't know how deep I'm willing to run there, though, with the Patriots. I think this one may be determined defensively, that the Patriots could just stuff these guys a little bit. Like I said, they're not going to be able to run against them. So, all right, chat. Let me see how you got it here. Giants cover and over for Michael. And Greg says the hook is there at DraftKings. And yeah, you got to look at the weather. It wasn't too terrible a day out there across the league, huh? Even in Cleveland, it didn't get too bad. Well, it was tough to throw. That might have been a little bit of a negative when it comes to Sanders, I think, right, and his performance there for Cleveland. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be below, I believe, about 30 degrees or so, but clear skies, no wind, just cold. 30 degrees. I don't think any football players rarely have a problem with 30 degrees. The fans might, but still cold. All right, Michael says Giants do have a decent passing game. Well, man, funny, right? Because Wandale Robinson, I can't tell you how many times I was, played Wandale and some of his props early in the season, especially after he had the big game against um, Dallas earlier there in this season, and then the next 3 or 4 weeks he was really a no-show. But last week was obviously a bust-out game there with 9 receptions, 156 yards, and a touchdown for Wandale there yesterday. Let me check the injury report here with Slayton on the injury report here coming into the game. Let me take a look and see exactly how deep we're running here with these guys. No, I don't see him on the injured list here. So, I think everything pretty much all clear for the Giants. Kayvon Thibodeau is out of the game here with a shoulder injury. That's kind of maybe the major impact. But Wandale probable, Darius Slayton probable. So looks pretty good there for the Patriots. Let's see here. Jared Wilson is out. I don't want to, be missing your center there. Let's see here. Hunter Henry listed as probable here, uh, despite being on the list. So, all right. For me here, I'm going to take the New England Patriots to get this one done. I expect them to be able to win and cover this one against the Giants. Like I said, it's 10-2 against 2-10. I know we just saw it last night. Washington was at home and played a pretty good game. In fact, that's the way I touted the game. Was I thought maybe for the Commanders last night, it was a game to really have their mini Super Bowl, if you will, national TV. They played their hearts out, got the cover. They did even even at the last moment, and thought that maybe that's how they would get there. And I don't see that one like this. I think it's a very motivated Patriots team. Giants, what's my motivation? Jackson Dart comes back. We want to play well for him. Um, After a while, it's going to be cold out there, and maybe they can get the momentum through an early score or something. So, all right, Kenny Mose with the Giants. So, Kenny likes the Giants here. Take the points. All right, you guys. I think that's a good look at Monday Night Football here. I'm going to go ahead and roll with that favorite. Give the Giants credit. They've covered the last 3 games. Like I said, covered against the Lions. They were getting 14. They covered against the Pack. They were getting 7.5. They covered against the Bears. Got to throw the Bears in there with the good teams now, right? They've had a tough schedule, and it only gets tough. Look at who they played in a row here: Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, San Francisco, Philadelphia. And they're playing New England here, so they have a bad record, tough schedule. They've been covering, but I'm going to take the Patriots here. Patriots not always covering these numbers. They didn't cover against the Bengals, laying 7.5. They won by 6. They did cover against the Jets, and the Jets are a bad team, and that was at home. And not saying because they're from New York or anything, but so it does seem kind of similar there. They also covered at Tampa Bay, remember. Did not cover against Atlanta at home in that game that they won by 1 point, but they did smash Cleveland at home 32-13. So I'm the Patriots, Kenna.
Thank you for watching. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for Ramon's best bets and his premium picks, be sure to click the link in the description to take you right over to Ramon's handicapper page at Tony'sPicks.com.